W.E. Swanson Insurance Agency, Lindbergh Furniture, Dine Excavating, CJ Spirits, and Getzy and Associates. Now, let's go live courtside for the game on the official station of Wolfpack Nation, 1017 XCY.
Good evening and welcome to the Wolves Den, the site of tonight's contest between your Kane Lady Wolves and the visiting Beavers, Lady Beavers from Dubois Public. I'm Robert Mosier, alongside of me is Chris Nicholas. Chris, how you doing tonight?
Doing great, ready for the Lady Wolves home opener. I'm kind of excited. We're up here in our new press box, if you want to call it, up there in the Crow's Nest tonight. I'm kind of excited.
It's a nice view, good setup we have up here.
It is. It's great. Thank you for the Kane Area School District for making this happen. Brand new bleachers. As I was told by one of the officials at the first game, one of the brightest gyms in the whole D9. You know, very bright in here. Lots of good lights. The floor is a nice light color. So I'm excited for the game tonight for these Lady Wolves.
Yeah, lots of good sounds too. Drumline right off to our right. Good atmosphere. The referees were walking by and they were getting the drum line pumped up. Told them they weren't loud enough. So this place is rocking on a Friday night.
I don't know if you tell them that.
Yeah.
I'm having a tough time hearing right now, but I'm pretty sure our listeners can hear us.
Yeah, I was going to say, we might have to do sign language to communicate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, big game here for the Lady Wolves early in the season. They come in with a record of 1-0. They won their first game at Port Allegheny. That was a non-league game in a recently structured new league. So lots of notes in regards to that, but it was a great start to the season for the Lady Wolves after going down 17-4 early in that game, coming all the way back to win 57-45. And no shocker, 37 out of those 57 points for the Lady Wolves coming from Addie Hay.
Yeah, just reading some messages here, making sure everything's working all right. But, you know, what do you say about these ladies? You start your home opener on the road with a decisive win against Port Allegheny. But what about these leagues? What happened here around? What's going on with the league setup?
So, yeah, restructuring. There's a small school region and a large school region.
Okay.
We're a part of the small school region, which is us, Brockway, Dubois Central Catholic, that's the Cardinals, so not the team we're playing tonight. Johnsonburg and Ridgeway. So we'll play each of those teams 2 times, once home and once away.
Home and away game, yep.
And then in the large school region, including Dubois Public that's here tonight, it's Bradford, Dubois Public, ECC that agreed to be in the large school division.
Basically like playing up.
Correct.
Yep.
Along with Punxsutawney and St. Mary. So we'll play each of those teams one time. So Dubois
could be home or it could be away for us.
Correct.
Okay.
So since we played Dubois Public at home this year, next year we would travel to Dubois Public. And then of course you still have the non-league games. You know, you're going to go over to the northern tier, play Smethport, Port Allegheny. I think Otto's on the schedule this year. And then from there, Brookville moved to the KSAC, and then obviously Sheffield's no longer.
Yeah, they don't exist anymore. But the beauty of this new league, at least for our league games, the athletic directors really got together and worked on some great things. You know, you have Tuesday, Friday games here for the most part. The home games are Tuesday, Friday. They really try to not have away games where one of your other teams might be away, but sometimes they do. But if not, they're playing on a Wednesday or Thursday away. If they play on a Tuesday, they might play away on a Thursday. If they play Wednesday away, they play home on Friday, one of those things. And again, there's always exceptions to that rule, but pretty much if you tune in on a Tuesday or Friday, the next 3 months you're going to catch a game right here on XCY.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Yep. Nice that it's so predictable, like you said.
It is, and there's some off things. There's some off things here or there, just because, not like you said, non-league games, they might be in a different conference, or those types of things. But it's really nice in those parents that want to see, you know, the girls and the boys both play. They can have that ability to do that, not have to pick or choose on a night and go from there.
Yeah, so looking a little bit at tonight's game, obviously we don't know much about Dubois Public. The only information I did get is they do come in at 0-2, but that was both tournament losses. They were at Bishop Carroll for a tournament. They lost to Bishop Carroll in the first game. Not sure who they lost to in the second game. So they come in at 0-2, but obviously Dubois Public, a little bit bigger the school. bigger of a school. Lady Wolves, I guess my key and what I'm interested most in, first game, Addie Haight drops 37 out of the 57. That makes up for 65% of the overall scoring. So the big question is, with Addie Haight coming in, I did get a total. This was very intriguing to me. Amazingly, 522 points as a freshman last year for Addie. So she's on pace for over 2,000 points. But the Lady Wolves lost a couple of their bigs and a couple of the players that really drew a lot of attention. So kind of a younger team this year. So in a game like this, where you have a bigger school and, an experienced team like this, if they do double Addie, where's that secondary scorer going to come from? And I think that's going to kind of be by committee. Definitely some capable players for the Lady Wolves, from Casey Weimer, who's going to be starting as a freshman, Alexa Olmstead, probably the most experienced player as a senior, Callie-Ann Wade, a junior, Sarah Eli, Mattia Brown coming off the bench. So definitely some able bodies for the Lady Wolves.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to send it back to the studio for a few words from our sponsors, and we'll be right back here with tip-off right here on XCY.
Kane Wolves basketball on 101.7 XZY, supported by our friends of the Wolfpack and businesses like these. Dine Excavating. Their services include gravel and limestone, topsoil, and septic tanks. Located on Route 6 west of Kane, their phone number is 814-837-6990. Kane Lumber and Fuel True Value Hardware. Building supplies, lighting, winter snow, and ice removal products at their location on Hemlock Avenue in Kane. Zook Motors, with new and pre-owned vehicles and a service and parts department. They're online at zookmotors.net. Getsy and Associates, located at 57 Fraley Street, they offer financial services and tax preparation for individuals and businesses. Their phone is 814-837-6380. CJ Spirits, a craft distillery. Their signature products include Rock Sob Vodka and Graveyard Sam's White Whiskey, located just off Route 6 in Kane past the hospital. W.E. Swanson Insurance Agency, offering auto, homeowners, and business insurance at 23 Fraley Street in Kane. WESwansonAgency.com. Field Street Boots in Kane, a dealer for Carhartt and Timberline clothing, as well as winter footwear and sporting goods. They're on Facebook under Field Street Boots. Lindbergh Furniture, Route 219 north of Johnsonburg, and now Lindbergh Sleep Center at 410 Center Street in downtown Johnsonburg. More info at lindberghfurniture.biz. We thank these sponsors and friends like you for supporting Kane Wolves basketball coverage on 101.7 XZY.
Back at the Wolves Den, about a minute from tip-off between your Kane Lady Wolves and the visiting Dubois Lady Beavers. Chris Nicholas making it happen on the tech side of things tonight. Well done, Chris.
Yeah, we're trying to make it. A few little bugs here got to get worked out. We're better than we were the Tuesday night game. We didn't get on the radio, so we appreciate all of that. And if people are watching on Channel 18 expecting the video, we're still working on doing that. So just moving things along here, we're excited. I mean, we've got about 30 seconds till the national anthem. Any last words before the game starts, Robert?
Yeah, looking forward to a great game tonight. Once again, Addie Haight coming off a 37-point performance. Lady Wolves, a lot of inexperience coming in, younger players. We'll see how they handle the pressure against a good-looking team here, Dubois, and I think it's going to be a really competitive game here tonight. You just look at these teams warming up, and it's really difficult to tell for sure, but you look at it and it seems like it should be a very, very competitive game.
Oh, for sure.
So definitely looking forward to that, and it should be exciting here on a Friday night.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm pretty excited for everything tonight. It's going to be a neat game, neat things going on, all kinds of good stuff. We're going right to the national anthem.
Yes, we are.
Here we go.
Is that Peyton? Peyton Gillespie on the national anthem.
I think that was Peyton Gillespie.
I was going to say, that wasn't our normal pre-recording.
No, that wasn't. For a freshman to get out there and belt that out,
yeah,
go Peyton.
Yeah, that's
I'm pretty
great.
sure who that was. If that was not who it was.
Yeah, they announced it right at the beginning, and I missed it. So, but yeah, that was a great job, and she plays on the JV team.
She does.
Speaking of JV, I guess that's our cue. We did drop the JV match by a score of 31-20, and it was Peyton coming out of the little tunnel area there. So we'll give Peyton credit for the national anthem. Very nice job. 31-20 loss for Kane JV team. That drops them to 1-1 on the season. The only thing I will say is I know Bria Petrov had at least 3 3-pointers in that JV contest. She was hitting them from deep. Low-scoring game in that one, but pretty close all the way through. So we'll get you some starting lineups here, starting for the visitors. I'll take those. And then
keep
Chris,
on going there. I'm still getting some technical stuff here, trying to get it on the school TV channel, Channel 18 in Kane. So
got it.
Keep on going.
Starting with the visitors, it's the Dubois Lady Beavers. Senior number 2, Stasha Danilou. Senior number 3, Audrey Kennis. Freshman number 4, Tristan Fontaine. Senior number 14, Avery Fontaine. And sophomore number 33, Claire Kennis. 2 sibling pairs, Claire Kennis and Audrey Kennis in the starting lineup, and then Avery and Tristan Fontaine. That's a freshman and a senior, and then a sophomore and a senior.
You got your work cut out for you.
Holy cow. Yeah, we're going to be glancing at the score sheet a lot.
Yep.
Hopefully get to a first name basis at some point.
Yeah. If not, you say a name and you might get it.
Exactly. You got a 40% chance, right? If you memorize the 2.
Your math. So for the starters for the Lady Wolves, we've got senior Alexa Olmstead, number 10. We've got senior Sarah Eli, number 13. We've got junior Kellyanne Waite, 35, and we've got sophomore Addie Haight, number 23, and freshman Casey Weimer, number 5, starting the game tonight.
I'm really interested to see Casey play out here today. I did hit a few middle school games up last year, and she was injured for most, if not all of that season last year in 8th grade. And I heard a lot about her, but never got to see her play. And here she is as a freshman starting the varsity game. So very intriguing for me. I haven't seen much of her game, but I've heard a lot of good things. She does have a brace there on that left knee. I don't know if that's anything to do with the injury from last year or not. But
yeah, and let me tell you, packed Wolves Den tonight too. It's great to see.
Yeah, good crowd for sure. And we're ready for the opening tip-off, which is going to be won by Dubois, but immediately stolen by the Lady Wolves. And as we expect, it's going to be Addie Haight running the point. Gets it to the wing to Sarah Eli. Back up top to Addie. Lady-to-lady defense here early from the Beavers of Dubois. Kicks it out. That's a deep jumper. Perfect shot from Alexa Olmstead to get things started off properly for the Lady Wolves. Pushing it the other way, going baseline. Nice pass in the key. They're going to have to get out. Otherwise, it's going to be a 3-second violation. No good. Rebound secured down low. Shot goes up from Tristan Fontaine. Second chance opportunity. No good. Lady Wolves clear. Minute into the contest. Addie Haight set up the offense for Kane. No real heavy pressure out top. Passes it to the wing to Sarah Eli.
Very patient.
Very patient, and that's what you want to see. And just
Chris, as I said that,
Chris,
I did the announcer jinx, and they passed it in the turnover, Lady Wolves.
Yep. Deep 3 front iron, no good from Audrey Kennis. Lady Wolves bring it back the other way.
Yeah, Weimer had the rebound.
Good. Deep 3 from Addie Haight, way downtown. Wow. That was 3 feet beyond that arc there, Chris. 5-0 Lady Wolves, minute and a half in. Right wing, it's Fontaine. Stolen by Addie Haight. Addie Haight brings it the other way. Right down the lane. Tough shot, off balance, no good. Last touch by Dubois. It's going to stay with Kane.
Stay with Lady Wolves. 6:19 to go here in the first. Lady Wolves up 5-0.
Casey Weimer inbounding the ball.
Had a shoe. Waiting for a shoe to get a shoe back on out there for the Lady Wolves.
Ref timeout. That's good. Nobody open. Going to go cross court to Olmsted. Olmsted on the right wing. Takes it baseline. Looks to kick it back out. Good defense here from Dubois. It's Casey Weimer up top to Addie Haight now. Back to Weimer on the right wing. Weimer takes it to the middle. Now back to the outside. Just inside the three-point arc. Nice entry pass to Alexa Olmsted. Tough angle there. Good defense from Fontaine. Here come the Lady Beavers. Going baseline, kicking it back out. That's a turnover from Danilou. Stolen right back, though. It's Fontaine. That was Avery Fontaine, the senior, fouled on the shot. That will be a shooting foul.
Will be a shooting foul. And again, for our listeners, there are 5 fouls a quarter. That's where you go. You reset every quarter now.
Straight into the double
bonus right
no
after
such thing
5.
as one-on-one anymore.
Nope. So
it's going to be Callie Ann Waite, first personal. Free throw up and good. It's Avery Fontaine getting the first bucket for Dubois. She'll have a second free throw coming. And that also is good. 5-2 in favor of the Lady Wolves.
Let me have a little conversation here. I saw one of the officials over at the scorer's table talking during the foul shot, just getting some things straightened out. It looked like the
doesn't look like it has anything to do with the foul shot.
No, I don't think it does. I think there was a question on maybe possession arrow. Yeah, it was the possession arrow question. Yeah, I think the score table there, we got Coach Matt Bodemer working the clock tonight. A new face at the scorer's table tonight.
Yeah.
Not the official, but we're working the clock, so trying to get everything right.
Yep. Talked to him before the game. I told him he was going to do a great job. Good to see him over there running the clock. Not an easy job.
It's not. No, it's not.
By any stretch.
Nope.
Good defense there from Dubois. Now they're pushing it the other way. That's good transition. Yeah, and pushing the ball down there was Tristan Fontaine, the freshman. I think they're going to say that's a shooting foul. It is.
Yeah.
And that's great transition defense from Dubois. Tough shot from Addie Haight on the other end.
It was. She was kind of like off a little bit on it, and the first one does not go in. Hit the iron on the way up.
It was Casey Weimer, her first foul. So Weimer with 1, Callie Ann Waite with 1 foul for the Lady Wolves. Second free throw, up and good. So all the points so far for Dubois coming from the charity stripe. It's 5-3, Lady Wolves advantage. Addie Haight runs the point for Kane. Drives right, picks up a screen, goes baseline, absorbs the contact. She'll head to the line for 2. Just good balance from Addie, really drawing in that second defender, getting the contact. Almost an and 1, but she'll head to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw, perfect from Addie. Checking into the game for the Lady Wolves is Mattia Brown. Addie's second free throw is up and good. No shot. I think they're going to get a lane violation there. I don't know who that was on, but it'll stay as a 3-point game. Addie Haight up to 4 points. 6-3 Lady Wolves advantage with 3 minutes into the first quarter. Tough pass down low. They definitely have a height advantage down there with Claire Kennis. Just a little bit of an airmail pass on that one. Unforced turnover there from the Dubois Lady Beavers. It's going to be Addie Haight bringing it the other way for the Lady Wolves. Dribbles right, pulls it back out, gets it to Mattia Brown. Wide open down low, Sarah Eli. She was forgotten about. Easy bucket for the Lady Wolves, and a great pass there from Mattia Brown coming off the bench. That's a turnover. Stolen right back, though. Dubois up and no good. That was Fontaine, and back up again. That was Kennis for her first bucket, and the first field goal of the game for Dubois as they cut it to a 3-point deficit.
Yeah, there's a little height advantage down there for Dubois with just Eli down there to begin with. So she's good job standing tall till help arrive.
High post, Mattia Brown kicks it to Weimer. Deep 3. Back back iron, no good. That's a great box out there from Audrey Kennis, the senior. Here comes Dubois with a chance to tie it up with a 3-ball. There's the 3-ball, front iron, no good. Casey Weimer with the board. Here comes Addie, 1-on-3. She doesn't care. She's still going with it. Up, no good. Rebound secured by Claire Kennis. Back and forth action we go. Ooh, that was almost a walk. Kicks it to the corner. It's Fontaine now. That's a great look down low. Shot missed there by Dubois. Rebound secured by Alexa Olmstead. A little bit over the midway point of the first quarter. Lady Wolves up 8-5. Mattia Brown, right wing to Addie Haight. Cross-court pass, stolen. Nice play there by Dubois. Going all the way down, short on the layup. It was a great steal there by Avery Fontaine. Last touch by Dubois, coming back Kane's way.
Yeah, let's go down there. 3 minutes to go here in the first. Lady Wolves looking to take control.
Yeah.
They really worked the plays. I mean, they had a couple fast breaks there, and you take those shots. You really do. As Haight for 3.
Bang!
There's a 3. And just as we're talking, let's take control. Let's throw up a 3.
I mean, come on.
Throw up a 3.
Yeah, it's
nice job.
If you're Dubois, you can't leave her that open. That's a layup for her.
No. Yeah,
ooh, deep 3. No good. Great save by Addie Haight to Mattia Brown. Go ahead with what you were saying.
I was just saying, you don't leave her open. That's what I think Port did in the last game. She had 7 threes in the last game, and what do you do? Do you cover? If you do cover her, she's just going to go around you if you come up on her.
21 of her 37 points from downtown.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
really.
It's great. Yeah.
What was your? That's a foul. Nice drive.
That is a foul. Yep.
What was your prediction for Addie tonight?
I said 26.
Okay.
I don't know. Not knowing Dubois, and I think we did that in the pregame a little bit. That we haven't played Dubois annually.
No.
We played DCC, but because of the way the new league structure is, it's really the first time we've seen him here in the Wolves' Den, and boy, I don't remember.
Yeah. I don't remember ever seeing him play.
I mean, we've been doing this for this is our 11th year, I think now, and I don't remember having them here.
Sure. Claire Kennis is going to take a seat. That's a lot of Dubois' height. She picked up her second foul there.
Yep.
Second free throw also up and good. Yep. So Lady Wolves solid from the line early. That gets Alexa Olmstead up to 4 points on the night. And, nice D. Nice D.
Boy.
Oh, but that's nice job sticking with it there by Avery Fontaine. She has both field goals for Dubois. It's 13-7 now. Lady Wolves with a 6-point advantage. Gets it to the corner. It's Olmstead. Olmstead holds. Gets it down low to Brown. Gets the shot up and somehow
there we go.
I mean, just an unbelievable play to even get that shot up.
I'm watching it here on our replay that we have here in front of us, and just amazing. She just got it up. No backboard, no other. Just put it up in there and drop it in.
Sure. And driving. Nice drive there, really nicely done by Tristan Fontaine. She's up to 3 points now, 15-9 as the game's opened up a little bit, scoring on both ends. Haight drives. Wow. Okay, they're going to say Euro step. I thought they were going to get her on the travel.
Yeah, I thought that was a travel, but, hey.
Play on.
Play on. Let's go. Yep.
Nice kick there from Dubois, kicking it out. Up top, deep 3, front iron, no good. It's loose down low. They're able to come up with the rebound. That's a steal by Addie going the other way. Easy lay-in, bang. 9 points for Addie Haight. Great job on the steal.
Don't be slow with your passes. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it's free 2 going the other way. You're not going to catch up to her.
Nope. Yeah.
And that's going to be a reach-in foul.
Weimer's second.
Okay.
I think if they call her, I think that's who they're going to call.
Yeah, it's definitely on Casey Weimer. Yep. Callie-Ann Waite's going to check back in for her.
I'm thinking that she's going to have a seat for now.
Yep.
Yep. Smart move. You're only at the 51 seconds here to go in the first period.
Believe it or not, they actually got that on Alexa Olmstead.
Did they really?
So Weimer with one, Olmstead with one, Waite with one. So
I thought, okay.
Break for the Wolves,
yeah,
Lady
that
Wolves,
is a break,
if you ask me.
Yeah. But Olmstead is one of the taller girls out there, so you got to still be careful.
Sure. Shot goes awry there from Claire Kennis, secured by the Lady Wolves. 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Addie Haight wide open. Short on the three. Might get a, they're going to get Callie in for a reach-in on that. Just a hustle play. I thought she got a lot of ball, but just that reach-in concept is going to get that foul more often than not.
And she was right there. She had a lot on the ball, but the referee right in front of it did call it. On the replay, it does look like it was right there.
Yeah.
And I say replay, folks. We're watching the live stream after it happens, so that's why I'm saying that we can watch a replay here. You can too at home if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. You just back it up.
Sure.
Back it up, and you can do that. And then go back to live.
Deep three, no good from Ella Thomas, the sophomore.
Poke at it.
Expect Lady Wolves to hold for the last shot here with 7 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cross-court pass to Sarah Eli. Does she realize we got to get a shot up? Addie's going to put it up. Deep three, no good. And that's how we'll close out the first quarter with the Lady Wolves up by 8 points, score of 17-9.
17-9, and we'd like to thank our basketball friends of the Wolfpack, Katie Smith, John and Christy Darr, the Kane Area School District Administration, Carol and Chris Nicholas in memory of Tom Nicholas, Corey and Shannon Darr, Brad Avanelli, and Ron Carty. We'd like to thank our friends of the Wolfpack. Without our friends of the Wolfpack, we wouldn't be able to bring you these names. To get your name on the list, you can drop off your $10 tax-deductible donation to any Kane Area Radio Association board member. That's Joe Szymanski, Judy Orzetti, Tom Orzetti, Jim Gerville, Father Philip, you're up there listening in Erie, or Chris Nicholas, that's me. You can also donate via PayPal at WXZYRadio.com. We also accept Venmo at WXZYRadio. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to bring you to these games to the listeners. So if you're sitting there, sitting on your couch, watching a game on a Friday night, you enjoy what we're doing. The radio station is a 501c3 nonprofit, non-commercial radio station. The only way we keep the lights on, the transmitter transmitting, is from donations from our wonderful friends of the Wolfpack and from our great sponsors and underwriters. So it's the only way we keep going. We don't have a money stream other than our great listeners. So we really appreciate everybody there. As right now, Robert, our Lady Wolves are up 17-9 heading into the second.
Yeah, very good first quarter for the Lady Wolves. I thought there was maybe only one kind of crappy possession with the bad pass. Just, good, smart basketball, taking good shots, and hopefully they can continue this into the second quarter. Casey Weimer drives, well defended by Dubois on the deflection. Here comes Claire Kennis. That's going to be last touch by Dubois. Great play by Addie Haight, getting the ball right back.
Yeah, she's so fast out there.
Right.
Really fast out there. And so, I said this last year too, so basketball aware of what's happening on the court. And a lot of times you don't see that in a young athlete like that. And we're going to get a 3-second?
That was a traveling violation.
Okay, I didn't see the
Casey
call.
Weimer.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And her competitive spirit is just second to none.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And I see a little bit of that in Casey Weimer too out there with that. Not the same thing with these other ladies out there. But, you just have an awareness out there in the court, and it's something that just is amazing to see.
Absolutely. Tough pass down low. Kind of bailed out there because I don't know that Dubois was going to be able to get that pass down to Claire Kennis. She was doubled. It will be a non-shooting foul. It could have been on one of two Lady Wolves. They actually end up getting Olmstead. So it's now Olmstead with 2 fouls and Callie-Ann Waite with 2 fouls. Don't want to pick that third one up here early in the second quarter.
Yeah, wouldn't be good here. So no substitutions. Keep play on.
Correct.
Coach Dan Haight says play on.
You can play with 2. If you get that third one, you're going to have to set.
Downtown.
Deep 3, wow. And she had a couple rim out. Avery Fontaine, team high 7 points with the deep 3. That cuts it to 17-12, Chris.
Yeah, that's something you got to do. The Lady Wolves have been not on the board here for a little bit.
Yep. Addie drives. Nice bucket from Addie Haight. Really swiping past the defender, using the backboard well.
Using the backboard, and that just takes, again, I'm just watching her. Just goes right around 2 defenders, 3 defenders, and right in.
Yep. So let's see if Dubois can answer. Going baseline, down low, and that's a really tough shot. Up and good. Audrey Kennis, that's her first bucket. So a nice response here from Dubois, keeping it close, 5-point deficit.
Yeah, I thought she almost lost a handle of it there going up, but she kept with it, and that's 2.
Absolutely. It's going to be Mattia Brown. Great look down low to Sarah Eli. Tries to use the glass, unable to do so. Jump ball, possession arrow, Dubois.
Dubois, so they get the ball, 6:20 left. Kane, 6:20 left in the second, I should say. Lady Wolves up 19 over the Lady Beavers, 14.
And here comes Dubois, bringing it down the court. It's Fontaine, stolen again by Addie Haight up top. Up and layup is good. That gives her 13 points. Second breakaway layup of the game for Addie.
Yeah, just again aware of what's happening on the court. There's a trips over her feet, kind of, but another three.
Avery Fontaine, so she's up to 10, double digits. Timeout from Dubois, and I can guarantee I know what that discussion is over there. Number one, we got to stop giving these soft passes up top. Addie's jumping those passing lanes. And then secondly, noteworthy, Avery Fontaine, she had a couple rim out early, but she's up to 10 points and really single-handedly keeping Dubois in the game. 21-17. She has 10 out of the 17 points.
Nice, yeah. And Addie Haight has 13 of the 21 for the Wolves. So I'm halfway to my prediction for the night.
Yeah, I definitely think it was a good prediction, Chris. And you know, the big thing we kind of talked about a little bit early on is, you know, who is going to be that secondary option for the Lady Wolves, and Olmsted has 4, and you know, you just got to expect that. You can see the animation from the coaching staff over on the Dubois side, and I think they're talking about the fact that we got to have somebody else beat us. Like, who else on Kane is going to be able to do what Addie's doing? You know, these breakaway layups, leaving her open for 3. Great start for Addie, but we'll see if they tighten up the screws a little bit off this timeout.
For sure. They have a talk, and that's why you called a timeout right after a 3. Probably was going to call it anyway because it, looked like they lost a few things there. But here we go, Lady Wolves.
And it's Lady defense. Kane ball. Alexa Olmsted up top for Kane. Kicks it to Casey Weimer, right wing, deep 3. It's long. I think it's going to stay with the Lady Wolves.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, good hustle there by Sarah Eli, tracking that down, even though she couldn't secure it. Last touch by Dubois. 5.5 remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, and we'll see an inbound here, see what Lady Wolves can do with it.
Casey Weimer, that's going to be stolen. Yep, stolen pass there. So 4-point lead. Dubois brings it the other way. I thought it was a carry. No dice. I guess the basketball gods also thought it was a carry as that layup rimmed out.
It did.
Right?
It did. Karma gets you each time.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Little high pass there. That's what I went ooh for.
A lot of heat on that one. Yeah. Nice job by Olmsted to not have that one go out of bounds. Haight from way downtown. Oh, my goodness.
Where was she at? Oh, my goodness.
Well, it was kind of for me, it was behind the computer screen, but that was a deep 3 there.
She's out by the line in volleyball.
Yep, it's amazing. And speaking of deep 3, another 3-pointer from Avery Fontaine. It's a 3-point shooting contest.
Yep.
Addie Haight up to 16, Avery Fontaine up to 13. It's 24-20, and this is exactly what we expected. Moving screen. I think they're going to get Alexa Olmsted on the moving screen, which is a killer. If that is what they called there, that is going to be her 3rd. It's going to be Callie-Ann Wade checking into the score table. Yep, they got her on the moving screen, trying to set Addie up for another deep 3.
Yep. If I'm Lady Wolves right now, I'm thinking, what do I do to get on Fontaine there to give a little pressure? And if I'm the Beavers right now, Lady Beavers, get out there on Haight.
Yeah. Well, that's a great pass down low.
Yep.
And using her height down low was Claire Kennis, the sophomore. She's up to 4. We got ourselves a 2-point ball game right now. It's going to be the Lady Wolves setting it up. Addie Haight, left corner, taking on a defender, well defended. They're going to say that's a little bit of a push.
A little bit of a push, yeah.
So that's going to be a non-shooting foul as we approach the halfway point here in the second quarter, 4:12 remaining. That's going to be the first foul for freshman Tristan Fontaine for the Lady Beavers. Gets it down low to Callie-Ann Wade, guarded well by Dubois. Kicks it back out. Lost the handle on it to Sarah Eli, taking it the other way. Good transition defense from the Lady Wolves, but that's a shot. Gets her own rebound down low, kicks it out, and that's going to be a backcourt violation or just out of bounds. coaching staff not throw from Dubois. They know they literally let one slip out of their hands down low. Good look down low to potentially tie up that game.
Yeah, that could have tied up the game, and that'd be the first time since the beginning of the game that would have been the same score.
Absolutely. So it's going to be Addie Haight up top. Little shimmy, little shake, tough shot. She was hit on the arm. That's going to be 2 free throws.
Yep. Great opportunity for Haight to take some points with the clock not moving.
And that play right there, that's just a great example of how relentless Addie is. She's perfectly fine going mono and
throw it up and take the heat and
draw that contact. Yep. First free throw up and good. Hate to make NBA comparisons, but in terms of drawing that contact, reminds me a lot of Luka Doncic, former Maverick great, current Laker, and just
somebody had a timeout?
So that's going to be between timeouts. I don't know who called it. Probably going to be a 30-second timeout, I predict.
Kane did, yeah.
Kane did. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So
setting up something after the shot.
Chances are they'll go right into a press, I would think, off of if they make the shot.
Yeah.
Probably go right into a press. And Dubois has had some difficulty handling that pressure when we have put a little pressure on. So Lady Wolves probably going to try to force that quick turnover and try to extend this lead a little bit.
Yeah.
So
we've not seen a full court press by either team.
Right.
Yet tonight.
Early on, there was just like it was more of a half court format, and it was brief. So just I don't want to do the announcer's jinx. You assume Addie's going to make her second free throw, and then we'll see what the Lady Wolves push into here. 3:42 remaining in the second quarter. Addie with 17 points, chance to make it 18 here on the second free throw, which is up, and back iron. It is the announcer's jinx, Chris.
It is,
I
but we got the...
Who was that?
That was Addie Haight.
That was Addie Haight.
Addie Haight.
Okay.
She got 3.
Okay.
You were down there looking, and she throws a 3 from the parking lot again.
Speaking of threes, going back the other way, no good. Back iron. Here comes Addie.
She's
up
going
by
all
6.
the way.
Yep, she's not giving that one up. They're going to get her on the charge.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Yep. That was a nice job by the defender there, absorbing the contact. Just Addie's first, so no major issue there.
Yeah, she was planted.
Yep. And speaking of that full court press, we're one play late, but here it is. And let's see who the ball handlers are from Dubois. Nice job breaking the press, taking it in, bucket, nice shot, and that's Avery Fontaine. That gets her up to 15. Nice job absorbing that contact on the lay-in, 28-24. 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. It's Casey Weimer up top to Addie Haight. Going to say away from, it's going to stay, so that's going to be a foul on Dubois.
I think it's number 2.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me on that yet. Yep, number 2.
Okay, Dana Louv, that's her first. Checking back into the game for the Lady Beavers as Tristan Fontaine. It's going to be a Kane inbounds under their own basket. Gets a Casey Weimer, mid-range jumper, up and short. Nice rebound there, almost thrown away. Somehow, right on the line. Yep, very nice job from the Lady Wolves getting back, putting that pressure on Fontaine.
Yeah, just good job transitioning back and getting there to be in their way. 2 Lady Wolves down there. She had some help on the backside, but it was far too late by the time the ball went out.
Here comes Addie for the Lady Wolves, mid-range jumper, perfect. 22 for Addie Haight.
I might be a little bit too under.
You just I think is what you meant was that was just for the first half, right? Did you say 26 for the first half?
I did say 26, right? But I'm not going to, let's not do the announcer's jinx on that and have her shut down. No.
First foul there for Mattia Brown for the Lady Wolves. Everything else will be shooting for Dubois, which is a big deal.
She's going to shoot again.
Deep 3, that one's way off. It was a good look, but a deep 3 there from Avery Fontaine.
She's going. Nope, she kicks it back out.
Kicks it out. Nice mid-range jumper there. from the freshman Casey Weimer. That's her first bucket. She had an open three, took one step in. We'll give her two. 32-24. Here comes Dubois. Almost a travel up top. I thought it was. Now an open three and a good three from the other Fontaine sister, the freshman. That's Tristan Fontaine. She's up to 6 points, 32-27.
Wow.
Back and forth we go.
Yep. Keep playing. Great game tonight here at the Wolves Den.
Right. High post to Callie-Ann Waite.
Almost over the back there.
Sure was. Little contact that could have been called.
Yep.
Addie Haight gets it back up top for the Lady Wolves. Kicks it to Casey Weimer. Two-man game to Addie Haight now. Addie Haight steps back to Weimer. Weimer shot fake. Trying to go glass. No good. Ball's loose. Here's almost a travel. Spinorama, we'll call it. Going all the way out. Kicking it out. That's a tough shot. That's going to be no good. Mattia Brown with the board for the Lady Wolves. Frantic action. Let's see if the Lady Wolves slow it down a little bit.
Oh.
Tough look.
Come on, did it get a tip?
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, Addie was looking for Sarah Eli, who seemed to have position. I think it would have been a little bit more of a lob.
Yeah.
You know, I think she would have had that one.
She had it quite high on that, and she's like, I'm not 6'5".
Right. Lady Wolves are going to back out of the press now, so Dubois will be able to walk the ball up court. 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Lady Wolves up by 5. That's a really nice shot, high arcing, Claire Kennis. That gets her up to 6 point. That was from the high post. 32-29 as we dip under a minute to go in the second quarter. It's going to be Sarah Eli dribbling, driving, kicking to Casey Weimer. Passes off to Addie Haight. Three ball, short.
Lady Beavers ball, boy.
Yep, one possession game,
Chris. It
Chris.
sure is. So I'd be on a Fontaine right now if they're both out there.
Yep, pick a Fontaine and guard her.
Guard her tight up there, especially right there. She's open, but she didn't take the shot.
Three ball, back iron, no good. Big rebound down low. Second chance, third chance, kicking it back out. Kennis to Fontaine. Fontaine drives, a little bit of contact, and that's going to go to the Lady Wolves. You got to hold for the last shot.
I think you do, and you want to go in there with at least a lead or a bigger lead at halftime.
Right. 19 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Addie Haight brings it down court.
But if you have
what do I know? What do I know?
You had that open shot, but it was well defended against.
So Dubois with one more opportunity here. It's Fontaine from downtown. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, boy.
Give me all three of them in a tie game at halftime. Unbelievable. And just like that, 32-32. Tough way for the Lady Wolves to finish out the half, but that's how we'll finish it off at 32-all.
32-all. We'll send it back to the studio for a few words from our sponsors, and we'll be right back here on XCY.
On 101.7 XCY, supported by our friends of the Wolfpack and businesses like these. W.E. Swanson Insurance Agency, offering auto, homeowners, and business insurance at 23 Fraley Street in Kane. WESwansonAgency.com. Field Street Boots in Kane, a dealer for Carhartt and Timberline clothing, as well as winter footwear and sporting goods. They're on Facebook under Field Street Boots. Lindbergh Furniture, Route 219 north of Johnsonburg, and now Lindbergh Sleep Center at 410 Center Street in downtown Johnsonburg. More info at lindberghfurniture.biz. Kane Lumber and Fuel True Value Hardware. Building supplies, lighting, winter snow, and ice removal products at their location on Hemlock Avenue in Kane. Dine Excavating. Their services include gravel and limestone, topsoil, and septic tanks. Located on Route 6 west of Kane, their phone number is 814-837-6990. Zook Motors, with new and pre-owned vehicles and a service and parts department. They're online at zookmotors.net. Getsy and Associates. Located at 57 Fraley Street, they offer financial services and tax preparation for individuals and businesses. Their phone is 814-837-6380. CJ Spirits, a craft distillery. Their signature products include Rock Sob Vodka and Graveyard Sam's White Whiskey. Located just off Route 6 in Kane past the hospital. We thank these sponsors and friends like you for supporting Kane Wolves basketball coverage on 101.7 XCY.
I'm Ed Rose, and this is Citizen Kane. Each week on this broadcast, I uncover little-known facts and forgotten memories from the hilltop. This week's program remembers Robert Chief Carson, Kane's own Dr. Doolittle. A born naturalist, as a young boy, Carson kept a pet woodchuck named Gus and studied its sleep and eating habits. A prolific researcher and writer in his early years, he penned letters, articles, stories, and an educational series called Art in the Environment. He also studied and taught photography. According to the Kane Republican, Carson sold articles about natural history and gardening to Youth Today, Field and Stream, and Outdoor Life magazines in 1939. After high school, he became an educational advisor for the Civilian Conservation Corps. While with the CCC, Carson captured a 45-inch garter snake, which at the time was the largest on record. Although coveted by the Carnegie Museum of Natural History, Carson kept the specimen for his own private collection. Born in 1908 in Kane, Carson worked as a violin teacher and toy salesman to help pay for his college studies at Ohio Wesleyan. According to the Kane Republican, Carson, while hitchhiking back to school to Ohio, once used a flock of sheep that had stalled traffic to his advantage by canvassing drivers until he found a ride. Newspaper reports also said that he once stuffed the trunk of his sedan with Holgate products before leaving Kane to peddle the toys in Ohio on weekends. Carson earned the rank of captain in the Army Air Corps during World War II, serving in the South Pacific, in New Zealand and Australia. After the war, Chief Carson, as he became known, returned to Kane High as a teacher, where he would delight his students over the next 27 years. The diminutive and soft-spoken educator was one of Kane's largest personalities. Although standing just over 5 feet tall, Carson was known to perch atop his desk at times to enhance his physical stature while teaching his popular biology and psychology classes. He also had a knack for secretly stashing cash inside lesson books that belonged to the very students who are least likely to crack open their text. Later, when the day's assignments were being discussed, he would ceremoniously snatch back his money with the reminder that doing one's homework paid dividends. Carson's room 19 classroom became a virtual menagerie over the course of his career. His students regularly brought odd and unusual animals to school, including a chipmunk that had developed a habit of backflipping. "I don't know why he does it," Carson told the Kane Republican, "but it could be a manifestation of the mating season or a sign of spring." Carson said that the animal's record for backflips was 221 in 20 minutes. Other prized specimens in the classroom zoo included foxes, muskrats, possums, and an Alaskan crab. Among the class favorites was Charlie, an injured flying squirrel that was taken to the community hospital before being discharged safely back into the forest. Carson and his students also nursed back to health an injured weasel that had lost a leg in a trap. Alas, Charlie, a Pennsylvania meadow mouse who went AWOL from room 19, was found too late in the boys' locker room and could not be saved. When a large porcupine, an expectant mother, was struck and killed by a car, Carson expertly delivered the baby, named Caesar, by C-section. He and his students brought the baby to health, wearing gloves to facilitate feeding by eyedropper. Luckily for Kane residents, Carson's teaching career did not end when he retired from his formal job at the high school. Carson continued to share his lifetime of knowledge about gardening, wildlife, woodlands, and all manner of fauna and flora. He mentored teens about their relationships, spoke to Rotary about atomic energy, taught photography to seniors, and led Sunday school for young adults. He spoke at high school graduations and gave guided nature hikes and hunted for fossils with kids at Twin Lakes. He even became the resident expert on bee infestations. On several occasions, he was called to the rescue to disperse gathering swarms at the Borough Building or the Elks Club or to private homes, displaying great skill in locating the queen with the added lure of anise. In truth, Robert Carson might not have been able to talk with the animals like Dr. Dolittle, but he almost certainly could understand what they were saying. Well, that's all for this week, friends. Hail to the Chief. Please send your story ideas and suggestions to citizenkanepa@gmail.com. And thank you for listening.
From your Weather Authority, I'm Jet 24 meteorologist Jacob Matthews. Expect patchy freezing rain for tonight. Other than that, mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures dropping down to 18 degrees in the Kane area. As for Saturday, after a wet start, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies, mainly dry. Temperatures reaching 32 degrees. A chance of light snow showers developing Saturday night with a low of 21. By Sunday, a pretty dry start to the day, followed by a chance of afternoon snow showers. The snow will be mainly light. High of 31 degrees. Make it a great Friday night and weekend. I'm Jet 24 meteorologist Jacob Matthews for 101.7 XCY.
Then it is halftime. Kane Lady Wolves and the Dubois Lady Beavers all tied up at 32 after a very entertaining first half, Chris.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit off halftime here about the holding for the last shot, and there's a whole different mental take back to that locker room, having a lead, being down, and having a tie.
Yeah.
And, we talked, we don't know if the coaching staff said anything, hold for last shot, or if the athletes were told what to do. But again, it is the first home game. It is the second game of the year. Not trying to be too critical of it, but looking at coachable moments, I think that's one.
Absolutely.
I think that's a coachable moment there that we can go back to. Or even as coaches looking back and saying, that's a moment we need to do better as a coaching staff. And again, that's a personal opinion, and I think we said that's both of our personal opinions on that. But, that's what we get the right to do that up here. We're the ones announcing.
Yeah.
We get to say that stuff.
Right. Yeah, and in a game like this that's tied, we're talking about little things like holding for last shot.
Sure is, yeah.
Free throw percentage, and free throws have been solid both sides. Granted, not a huge part of the game.
No.
Dubois 3 for 4 from the line, Lady Wolves 4 for 6. But, those little type things, whether it's missing a couple free throws or holding for a last shot can be the difference in a game like this. But we talked about it pregame, the fact that we expect this to be a close, highly contested game. And I think the one thing the Lady Wolves probably talked about in the locker room was that defense in the second quarter, giving up 23 points. They were +8 in the first quarter, -8 in the second quarter. Giving up 23 points a quarter in a high school basketball game, that's just not good enough. Obviously, a team would score 92 points. You don't see that.
Yeah.
So I think is what the Lady Wolves will look to get back to as we start the third quarter. Let's play some better defense. A lot of those threes up top from Fontaine were really uncontested.
Yeah, they sure were, and we'll see what happens out of the locker rooms for both teams as the Lady Wolves do have possession.
It's a great first possession, Chris. I like it.
Do you like that? You like setting the tone?
That was very nice. Yeah, nice cut from Alexa Olmstead. Lady Wolves regained the lead, 34-32. Wide open three from the corner. Fontaine, no good. Here comes Addie Haight for the Lady Wolves. Going to pull it back out. Good transition defense from Dubois. Casey Weimer up top. Passes it off to Addie. Addie between the legs. Guarded by Fontaine. Addie 3. That ball was deflected.
Yeah.
Here comes Dubois.
Oh.
And you don't want to get Addie mad.
No.
You could tell she was a little bit irritated from that previous shot getting deflected.
It did.
She almost got it right back immediately, but as it is last touch by Addie, it'll stay Dubois' ball.
She did. She was right up in the air and batted it right down, and it was with aggression.
Right. Yep, for sure. So Dubois with a chance to take the lead. That's going to be short on the three, but comes right back out. Another just wide open three. It just, like I said, pretty much uncontested. They're going to say travel on Addie.
Yep.
And it's just the placement of the defender there, because she turned. She didn't expect anybody to be there, and she had to take that extra half step.
Yep. Yeah, you can't fault that one. It was our fans didn't like it here much, but I still think it's a travel.
In the words of Forrest Gump, it happens.
It does. It does happen.
All right, here we go. So Dubois with the ball, high post. That's a nice drive. Unable to use the glass, but Ennis with a second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance.
And a foul.
Foul on the arm. Yeah, it was Kennis down low. And we talked a little bit about that. She has the height advantage over anybody else. It's a slender version. It's not going to bully you down there, but that height, she was able to get second, third, fourth chance opportunities. It is going to be a non-shooting foul. Did you catch who they got that on, Chris?
I didn't, and I don't see it on the board. A 13. That's going to be
Sarah
on Sarah Eli.
Just her first.
Yeah, just her first. And, our tall ladies down there, they really need to start getting up for those rebounds, too.
Sure.
They're keeping their feet on the ground for the most part.
Kennis to Kennis. My mistake. That was Fontaine to Fontaine.
Fontaine to Fontaine.
I mixed up the sisters.
You had a percentage there to be right.
Addie Haight brings it the other way. Maybe a little bit too much passing there from Dubois. They did pass up an open three. Gets it back up top. Sarah Eli drives. Tough shot. Well defended. Fontaine clears for Dubois. Gets it up to Kennis to Fontaine. Cross-court pass. Good ball movement here. And I like how they did double Tristan Fontaine, not making it easy. They're going to get travel first. Good call, Chris.
Yeah.
Well defended there by Callie-Ann Wade of the Lady Wolves. It would have been an easy play to commit that foul.
Yeah. Keeping your feet underneath you and not moving. There you go.
And with two, you don't want to pick up that third. So here comes Addie for Kane. Kicks it out. Sarah Eli passes. Nice look down low to Callie-Ann Wade. She was actually the last holdout in terms of the Kane starters. She's now on the board. It's her with 2 points. Mattia Brown with 2 points. Sarah Eli with 2 points. Casey Weimer with 2 points for the Lady Wolves. Way short on that, but in the right place at the right time is Audrey Kennis. That's her second bucket of the evening. 36-34, Lady Wolves advantage. Comes Addie Haight for the Lady Wolves. She's going to drive. See, and that's the one we talked about in the first half, that Euro step. They called a travel this time. First time they didn't call that. So you wonder where that is, because to me that was the same play they didn't call in the first half.
And it was possibly a different official there, different look.
Sure.
It's
just when they didn't call the first half, I was a little bit surprised.
There's another three.
Deep three there by Brielle Gray, the junior, coming off the bench. That's her first bucket and first lead here for the Lady Beavers, 37-36. 3 minutes into the third quarter. That's just a tough pass. Lucky roll for the Lady Wolves. Casey Weimer's double team. The pressure is picked up from the Lady Beavers. See if Lady Wolves can weather this storm. It's a double. She's in a tough spot, able to get out of it. It's Gray now, kicking it. 3-ball, corner pocket. Claire Kennis, 9 points. Let's see if Coach Dan Haight wants to get a timeout. He's going to let the Lady Wolves play through it. Addie Haight looks to get the Lady Wolves back on the board. Now down by 4. I think they're going to say on the floor. Coach Dan Haight wanted the shot. Said she was going up with it.
Yeah, he says no.
Refs beg to differ.
Yeah.
Refs like, I got you a foul call. Be happy with that.
Be happy there, Coach. He's going to complete his case there.
It's going to be Tristan Fontaine, the freshman, with her second foul. Into Sarah Eli. You see this defensive pressure picking up from Dubois. Tough shot there from Addie. Last touch by Addie off her foot, I believe. It's going to be Dubois' ball.
Yeah, the Beavers, Lady Beavers here right now on a bit of a run and playing a lot tougher defense here in the second half.
Yeah, for sure. So it is Dubois with the ball and a 4-point lead. High post, well defended there by Sarah Eli.
Yep.
Nicely done to block that shot. Here comes Addie to Callie-Ann Wade. Nice defense. That was deflected by Kennis. They're going to say double deflection there, Chris?
They are. They're going to say
off
Lady Beavers ball.
Wade.
Yeah, that's what they're going to say.
The Kane fans behind the Kane bench don't agree with the call. I didn't see the double deflection, but We're a long way away from that play.
We're a long ways.
Kennis down low, back line. Once again, gets her own rebound. She's been doing that nonstop. Another opportunity. It goes awry. Here come the Lady Wolves, desperate need of a bucket. Addie right down, tries to use the glass, unable to do so. Technical foul. That's going to be a T. Coach Haight picks that one up, and I'm assuming that was just from some words, probably from that previous play. You have the non-shooting foul, then the double deflection, and then the T.
And now he's got to, I believe he has to sit the rest of the game, too.
I believe you're correct. So it should still remain Lady Wolves ball, but that's not going to be until after the 2 free throws. And you are correct. Yes, he will need to sit.
So a little bit of excitement there.
First free throw, no good. That's from Avery Fontaine. She just needs to take like 3 steps back and shoot the free throw from the 3-point line.
How about
it? Second free throw up. It's perfect.
Good.
So Fontaine up to 16. Addie Haight still stuck on 22. That's a game high 22. 3:34. And unfortunately, I didn't realize that Kane with the possession. Possession also switches on the technical. So big change of events there. Dubois ball up 5 and the ball. Cross court pass, deep 3. Give me all 3.
Oh boy.
Wow. Audrey Kennis, the senior, she's up to 7 now. And just like that, it is ballooned to +8, Chris.
8 points up. Play your game. It's
plenty
a
of
lot
time.
A lot of time left.
Don't need to panic. But we do need a good offensive trip here.
Like I said, they've just playing tighter defense, Lady Beavers there.
It's a nice look to Callie-Ann Waite. It's going to be deflected off of Tristan Fontaine. Last touch by the Lady Beavers. Kane ball underneath their own hoop. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Casey Weimer up top. Addie Haight. It was, I think, deflected. I'm pretty sure on that. Didn't come up with any type of rim. Here comes Dubois going the other way. It's just a sick pass down low. Reverse layup. Shooting foul. Unbelievable look from Dubois. And just really quality offense here for them in the third quarter.
They're doing well here. And, some of the Lady Wolves are asking for a travel there. I don't know if I...
it was kind of that extra half step, and then she went up. It was definitely a foul.
Yeah, the foul's definitely there.
If the travel wasn't called, it had to be a foul. Brielle Gray, she sinks the first free throw. She's up to 4 points. Chance to get it up to 5 for her, and she does just that. So, real good free throw shooting from Dubois. They are currently 6 for 8, shooting 75% from the line. 46-36, Lady Wolves trail it by 10. Sarah Eli passes it off to Addie Haight. She's in the corner, but now going to dribble all the way around the horn. Casey Weimer thinks about the 3. The space closed up. Good drive from Addie Haight. Tries to use the glass. Doesn't get it to go. Here comes Gray for the Lady Beavers. Well defended. Good transition defense. Turnaround jumper. No good. Saved by Dubois, but right to Addie Haight. She's got a 1-on-3. Seems like good numbers. Tough shot. It's good transition defense. It really is. It's a nice pass, really nice pass there to Claire Kennis. She's into double figures, up to 11. Finally getting the timeout for the Lady Wolves. 2 minutes and +12 this quarter alone for Dubois as the lead has ballooned 48-36, Chris.
It has, and what a turn of events there, Coach getting teed up. That was a swing of, what was it? There was a free throw, a 3, and a possession. In that time frame right there.
Well, what do they say? When it rains, it pours. And it was just a flurry of unfortunate events there. I'm perfectly fine with Coach Haight getting fired up. Sometimes your team needs that, and he's a fiery dude, and I respect that, and I don't know what was said over there, but that being said, the Lady Wolves got to match that intensity out on the court, because in my eyes right now, they're just getting outworked this quarter. You see that extra surge from Dubois. We got to be able to match that. We got to close this quarter strong, because right now in a 12-point game, And it's close to getting out of hand, out of control. We have to stop the bleeding right now.
You do. You have to get in there, play with the same intensity, and I just don't see. I think you said it. The same intensity from the Lady Wolves.
Well, we talked about some of those uncontested three-point field goals. A couple chances when Casey Weimer went up with one, or Addie Haight one. Deflected shots from Dubois. They're just pressuring every shot.
They are. They're playing a lot more aggressive out there in the three, not leaving them open now.
Correct. Addie drives.
It's going to be
okay.
Foul.
It'll be a non-shooting foul. Yep. And really, foul's not a major issue here in this third quarter, or for the game for that matter. You know.
Well, there's a third. On
Kennis.
No.
That was Fontaine.
Fontaine.
Yeah, Tristan Fontaine. Her third.
Yep.
Good call. Addie, way downtown. Big three. Whistle blew. That's going to be bucket good. It was a foul. I think it's going to be on the Lady Wolves. Fortunate it happened. If it would have been a split second sooner before the shot went off, the shot wouldn't have counted. So 4-2 just there for the Lady Wolves. I believe they are getting, who did they get on that?
I thought 24, but you don't put those up on the board usually.
Okay. Yeah, no, they got it.
They did?
So
okay, 24?
That's going to be Mattia Brown.
Yeah.
That's her second. 25 game high for Addie Haight. Big three-pointer. Short. Addie's able to get that rebound.
I think that was a good choice.
Very good, because Dubois' player was sneaking in there. That's a tough shot, unable to get it to go.
Over the back.
Over the back. I think they're going to get Mattia Brown.
They are.
Man, I actually thought they were going to get Claire Kennis on that one.
Oh, no, they did. They did. He pointed the other way.
Right.
Yeah,
I was like,
as I say, oh boy, if that's a Mattia, I have a problem with that.
I was trying not to overreact, but I mean, that was, if you're going to call anything, it had to be on Claire Kennis.
Yeah.
And that's her third. So Tristan Fontaine with 3, Claire Kennis with 3, minute and a half to go. Lady Wolves down by 9. Into Addie Haight, tough shot. Callian Wait with the board. It's going to be a jump ball.
Jump or
possession arrow Dubois. It was quick because it wasn't tied up for long.
Yeah. Well, I thought they were going to let them play out of that for a second. She almost had it out of there, but best thing to do, the elbows start flying and things happen.
Yep.
Gonna be there you go.
And there's that press right there, forcing the turnover.
Yep.
You wonder if the Lady Wolves will start, firing up that pressure a little bit more. Big play there for Kane. Minute to go here in the third quarter. Down by 9 and chance to cut into that.
Yeah.
Right wing to Casey Weimer. Up top to Olmstead from downtown. No good. Rebound secured by Gray. Bringing it the other way for Dubois. Kicking it out to Kennis. Kennis from downtown. Front iron. No good. Addie Haight with the rebound. 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Addie pulls up. 3-ball. Back iron. No good. Dubois with the rebound. 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Gets it off to Kennis.
And here coach is coaching him one shot.
One shot.
Pull it back. Oh, never mind.
Yep. Fires up the 3. You don't want to do that with a 9-point lead, Chris. I'm telling you, it's a lucky play for Dubois. You got a 9-point lead. Why are you jacking up the 3?
Yep.
It's just, and if you said the coach said it,
he said pull it back.
Right,
he said pull back, play up here. You saw him do it.
Yep. So now at 23 seconds, you definitely wonder if they're just maybe hold it up top. And it looks like that's what they're going to attempt to do. Really smart basketball here now from Dubois. Cross-court pass. It's going to be to Kennis. Kennis to Fontaine. Fontaine kicks to Gray. Gray deep 2. That's a 2-point bucket from Gray. She's been sold off the bench. Haight brings up 3, 2, 1. Haight from half court. Front iron, no good, and that's how we'll close out the third quarter. It is the Dubois Lady Beavers with a 50-39 lead.
So we'd like to thank our basketball friends of the Wolfpack. We'd like to thank Ron Party, Brad Avenelli, Corey and Shannon Dar, Carol and Chris Nicholas in memory of Tom Nicholas, Kane Area School District Administration, John and Christy Dar, and Katie Smith. We'd like to thank our basketball friends of the Wolfpack. To get your name on this list, you can drop off your tax-deductible $10 donation to any Kane Area Radio Board member. That's Joe Szymanski, Judy or Tom Orzetti, Jim Graville, Father Phil if you're up there in Erie, or myself. You can also donate via PayPal at wxzyradio.com. We also accept Venmo at WXZY Radio. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, non-commercial radio station. So what that means is the only way we pay our bills is by our wonderful Friends of the Wolfpack and our underwriters. So that's kind of the way we make everything happen. So we truly do appreciate all of our great friends. And if you enjoy the broadcast, you're listening in, and there's a lot of people out there listening and looking from what I'm seeing online. If you're one of those folks listening and enjoy these games, I'll drop off $10 to one of these folks and help get your name on this list to do the broadcast. Right now, your Lady Wolves are down 39-50 heading into the fourth.
Kane will get the opening possession here as we are underway. It's going to be Olmsted up top to Brown to Haight. Nice cut to Olmsted. Lots of contact there. They're going to say all ball. More good defense from Dubois, who turn it over. The Lady Wolves turn it over to Dubois. That's a great pass down low. Unable to get they're going to say the last touch by Dubois. Unable to get the layup there was Avery Fontaine. Lady Wolves down by 11. Let's see if we can cut it to single digits.
It'd be nice to cut it to single digits right here. Chip away one basket at a time. You don't need it all at once.
Yep, there's no 11-point play. Bucket and the foul. That's exactly what we need.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a shoe loss.
Yep.
Kate came out of her shoe, but right back on just like that. Bada bing, bada boom.
We'll see how Addie responds. Tough third quarter. She just had the 3 points there in the third quarter, but now she's up to a game-high 27. And great way to start off the quarter.
Sure.
You want that momentum. Chance to cut it to 8 here. And gets the roll. So give Addie 28.
And a steal.
And a steal.
Oh, boy.
Wow, that's just great hustle from Addie. Almost able to save it to Sarah Eli. And just more of this full court pressure. Dubois hasn't done great when they have been pressured. So we'll see if the Lady Wolves are going to continue that. And they will, but able to break the press this time is Kennis. But so by Eli. Here come the Lady Wolves, Chris.
Coming back, and she's going to kick it back out. Smart. She had no numbers.
Whoa, that was a deep 3 from Addie Haight. It rimmed out. It's a good look. 3 feet at least beyond that 3-point arc. She's not afraid to pull the trigger.
Not at all.
1 minute into the fourth quarter. Dubois seems to be just going a little bit more of a passive approach. Wolves are going to send the double team. High post now. Kicking it out. Wide open 3. Passed up from Fontaine. Across the court to Gray. Driving. That's going to be a lot of contact there on Kennis. Should be a non-shooting foul.
Yep, going to be a non-shooting foul there. Inbound underneath.
So it's interesting to see Dubois kind of change up their strategy here. Not that they're straight up going to stall ball, but definitely slowing things down.
Slowed it down.
Yep. Mattia Brown picks up her third foul.
Almost a pick there by Addie.
Absolutely. And the thing is, you want to gamble, you want to take those chances if you're Addie. Nice bucket there from Fontaine. That gets her up to 18, 52-42 now. Addie drives. It's going to be contact, and I think they're going to get Claire Kennis for her 4th.
Oh, boy.
Yep, that's her 4th, and they are going to get a sub with 6.5 to go. They'll get Kennis out. So a little bit of height loss now for Dubois. Let's see if the Lady Wolves can be taking advantage of that. Callie-Ann Waite checks in. Mattia Brown sits. Lady Wolves will look to inbound underneath their own bucket. Casey Weimer gets it to Olmsted. Olmsted to Haight. I think they're saying Olmsted on the elbow there. That's an offensive foul. I'm assuming that's who they got on that. And that's going to be Olmsted's 4th. More full court pressure. Dubois breaks it easily this time. That's nice composure. Another layup from Avery Fontaine. Give her 20. 54-42. Here comes Addie. Addie thinks about the 3. Well defended. Waite up top. Back to Addie. Addie pulls up. Deep 3. Give me all 3.
Go.
Coach Haight was hoping for an and 1.
Oh,
I don't know what the stoppage is, though. 31 in the meantime for Addie.
Coach is yelling something. I'm not sure what it was, but
just a tough shot from Addie there. Hand in the face. Didn't matter.
Coach over here, Dubois. I'm not sure. Coast to coast,
baseball
east to west.
Yeah, what's they call that? The Mayflower, right?
Yep.
Ooh,
Oh,
on
she was
the
on the
line.
line.
Unlucky for Sarah
Yeah,
Eli.
she was on the line.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 5:50 remaining here in the game. Lady Wolves down by 9. Dubois ball. Gets it down low. It's going to be inbounded to Kennis. Kennis dribbles all the way up. So it looks like they are going to try to chew up a little bit of clock here. Kennis kicks to Fontaine. Fontaine drives. Of course, it's stolen by Addie Haight. She brings it the other way. Chance to cut into the 9-point deficit. Wide open three for Addie. Bang!
Bang! There it is. Let's go.
34 points on the game for Addie Haight. Lady Wolves down by 6. Ooh, she was looking. Addie Haight almost gambled on that one. That's a travel. Things are turning, Chris. We're coming back.
I like it a
little
lot.
bit of momentum in Kane's favor. Timeout by Dubois. Good decision. Know that they got to get the momentum back in their control. What a barrage here from Addie Haight. Back-to-back threes to get Kane right back in the game.
I like it. You always look for that one player. Addie Haight's that one player. She just brings it back. But it does take a team around her to be aware of what's going on and to be there.
Yeah.
Doing all the things that need to be done. Getting those rebounds, getting the passes, throwing it out, putting in there to just be in the way of another player. All of those things.
A lot of times the superstar player isn't going to be the one diving for loose balls, diving into the stands. Definitely not the case where we've seen Addie from that hustle, that effort level, and just taking it to that whole new level. I mean, with 34 points, Alexa Olmstead was 6th, second highest scorer for the Lady Wolves. So it's just, let's get the ball to Addie, see if she can keep it going for the Lady Wolves. She drives, she scores.
There you go.
Addie Haight's up to 36 points. Lady Wolves down by just 4, 54-50. Open 3 for Dubois.
Let it go.
And on the line, tried to save it. It was a good effort there from Danilou, but it is going to be Kane ball. 2 subs coming in. They are going to now roll the dice with Claire Kennis. You saw that big drop-off when Claire Kennis went out. That's when Kane went on the run. She's going to re-enter the game for Dubois, playing with 4 fouls.
Yep. It's going to be close, but you had to. You saw that run happen right there. She brings a lot to the floor.
You got it. Addie drives. No good. Callie-Ann Waite tries the one-handed rebound. It was a good effort. Last touch by Callie-Ann. Ball's going to go back over to Dubois. More full court pressure here from Dubois. How do they handle the pressure this time? It's going to be Claire Kennis. She doesn't want the ball. Gets it to her sister, Audrey Kennis. Picks up a half screen, if you want to call it that. Able to cross the timeline. Gray up top for Dubois. Gets it to the right wing to Kennis. Kennis looks to pick up a screen from Fontaine. Right up top. They're not... Double deflection.
There you go.
Forcing the turnover. She's doing it all, Chris.
Oh, boy.
And it's interesting from Dubois. There's 4.5 minutes in this game. I get wanting to chew up a little clock, but you got to look to score, too. 4-point game, just too much time left on the clock. Here come the Lady Wolves. It's Callie-Ann Waite. Deep three. No good.
Saw that off from here when it went.
Yeah, we had the angle.
We had the angle right there, yep.
So
but you don't tell her not to shoot. She's great at that 3-land.
Yeah, you yell at her for not shooting.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so Dubois with the ball. They're looking for a good offensive possession. They need a bucket to try to stop this Kane run. It's just a 4-point game. Aubrey Haight, well defended. And, of course, another steal from Aubrey. Addie, excuse me. Why am I saying Aubrey? Holy smokes.
Come on, Olmstead.
Short.
No, short.
Yep, another steal from Addie Haight. It's going to be a timeout for Dubois. And you got to think, Chris, that they're going to talk about this offensive philosophy, which has been, I don't want to say straight up stall ball, but they haven't been getting shots up on the rim, which is problematic and has let Kane get back in this game.
Yeah, it does. It does. And, there's so much in this game that's just been exciting. It's been exciting since the first tip. Kane in control most of the first half. Dubois in control for most of the second half now. It's coming down to the wire with these last 3 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the splits, Kane was +8 in the first quarter. Dubois was +8 in the second quarter. Dubois was plus 11 in the third quarter.
Yep.
And so far, Kane plus 7 here in the final quarter, halfway through. So, yeah, it's been a game of momentum and runs. And it's good to know that Kane's on the right end of this one so far in the fourth quarter. They try to stage a big comeback here late.
Yeah, you just keep on working, keep working the ball, and don't force anything. Tough defense, aggressive going after the ball, and picking up when that player goes after the ball. Know you got to get back to defend if they don't get it.
Absolutely. And you just got to think, obviously from Dubois' perspective, it's keep it clean, don't turn it over, and more full court pressure here. And like I said, they've been kind of up and down in terms of how they've dealt with the pressure. Well defended. They're going to say off the leg. Wow. Okay, now interestingly enough, this is the second discrepancy, one from each team. Dubois coaches can't believe that it's Kane ball. We'll take it. Addie's going to run the point. Yeah.
The official deflected or let the, oh boy, Addie Haight. Come on.
Front iron, no good. And there's that rebound down low there from Claire Kennis, and that's what they were missing when she was on the bench. So she's going to bring it down for Dubois. She's just holding. They're not going to start the 5-second count because there's no defender. She picks up her dribble in a really bad place. Good timeout there. Kind of just bailed him out.
She picked up a dribble in a bad spot there. Nobody was up there to get her, and she would have been back court had she done a pass anywhere.
Well, she was kind of triple teamed if you consider the half court line, the sideline, and the defender. More or less call that a triple team, and the Dubois coaching staff all over that one saw it wasn't going to end well. Got a timeout. That'll just be a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but boy, it's going to come down to the wire here.
So it will be a Dubois inbounds right in front of us here on the side. And I believe it's 3:21 remaining in the game. Kind of a lull here in terms of scoring. Gone better part of a minute without either team getting a bucket. So we'll see what happens here off the inbounds. That was deflected, almost a jump ball. Fortuitous bounce there for Dubois. Trying to get it down low, but well defended here by the Lady Wolves. We talked about that defensive pressure. Asking you, shall I see? Here comes Casey Weimer for the Lady Wolves. Bucket!
There you go.
Casey Weimer on the steal. They were trying to avoid the backcourt violation. It backfired. Almost a double dribble now for Dubois. They get it down low. That's a big bucket for Dubois. Tristan Fontaine, long scoring drought has now ended, 56-52. We're under 3 minutes to go, Chris.
We are. It's exciting.
Oh,
price of admission tonight.
Holy cow. Yeah, especially for us,
tall pass right there.
So, untimely turnover. Gray's wide open. They don't see her. Now they do, but it's late. It's late. Weimer with the steal. Bringing it the other way. Hey, downtown. Bang!
Oh, boy.
39 points for Addie Haight. It's a 1-point game. 56-55. Bring it the other way. Bucket and the foul.
Yep.
Holy smokes, back and forth we go. It's Avery Fontaine. That puts her up to 22, Chris. Holy cow. Haymakers being thrown both ways.
Everywhere. Dubois had a fast break. We have a timeout, I think. Kane, 20-second timeout here. Oh, boy.
Holy
You're not going to have a voice tomorrow.
Wow.
What a game.
Yeah, that's just unbelievable. What a three there by Addie Haight. She's up to 39 points on the game. And once again, it's Avery Fontaine. A little bit more balanced scoring from Dubois. Tristan Fontaine with 11, Claire Kennis with 11, but it is Fontaine with a team-high 22. Chance to make it 23 with the and one. It's currently a one-possession game, 3 points. Big free throw coming up here off the timeout. Chance to make that a two-possession game, Chris, with just 2:08 remaining in the contest.
Just wow, what a game tonight.
Yeah, for sure. So we will resume play once again, and one opportunity. It's Fontaine with 22 on the night. She's heading to the free throw line for one shot. That shot is up, and that shot is no good.
But they get the rebound, though. The Lady Beavers do get the rebound.
Long on the shot. clearing the rebound is Alexa Olmstead. Walking the tightrope. Here comes Olmstead. Gets it down low.
Nobody was
Just
there.
a miscommunication.
Yep.
So here come the Dubois Lady Beavers. It's a one-possession game. We're under 2 minutes. No need to foul. Just play good defense for the Lady Wolves. Don't panic. That's a great backdoor cut. Drawing the contact, playing on. Here comes Casey Weimer. Here comes Olmstead. The 2-on-1 going the other way. What a block! What a block there for the Lady Beavers. It's Tristan Fontaine, the freshman. Unbelievable play. With the ball, minute 25 to go here. Dubois ball up by 3. Kicks it to the corner. Thinks about the 3, gets it down low. Nice
and now
job
it might
getting
be
it
time
out.
to foul. It might be time.
Minute 10, not yet. Let's give it a little time. That's a nice shot down low,
all right,
but it
fair
doesn't go. Here comes Casey Weimer. Once again, just a one-possession game. It's going to be a non-shooting foul, but I think that's going to be on Kennis.
It is.
Which is huge. That's going to foul her out for the last minute. And when you talk about second chance opportunities, the rebounds, huge that she's out. One of those reaching fouls that she probably just didn't have to commit, Chris, right?
Didn't need to. There's a lot of transition going on right there through that. And I'm not sure what the talk is. Probably the whole, hey, coach, your athlete has 5 fouls. They got to make it official. And then they got to have the sub come in.
So Dana Louv, who did start for Dubois, is going to check back in. Weimer enters the ball to Haight. We're under a minute, 3-point game. Haight looks to line up a 3. They're going to guard the 3-point line. They're not going to let her shoot a 3, at least an uncontested one. She slips, but it gets to Casey Weimer. We're in good shape. It can be a moving screen. Yeah, I think they got Mattia Brown, if I'm not mistaken, on that moving screen. And I believe that's her 4th. So that doesn't foul her out, so that's good news at least. But she just slid those feet ever so slightly to her left as she picked up that foul. So full court pressure, 47 seconds to go. Dubois ball, they lead it by 3. Lots of pressure coming. Having a tough time finding anybody open is Dubois. Baseball pass. Wow. Nice look down low. And misses the layup. It was uncontested. They missed the layup, Chris. Here comes Addie. Dribble, drive, bucket. 1-point game. 30 seconds to go. Lady Wolves,
57-58.
41 points for Addie Haight. Oh, it's stolen. Lady Wolves with a chance to take the lead. 24 seconds. Here comes Haight. Passes it. Bucket.
Go defense.
Bucket. Alexa Olmstead scores. Timeout.
Oh, boy.
Lady Wolves lead it. 59-58 off the steal. What a pass from Addie Haight to Alexa Olmstead. Holy smokes, Chris. 59-58. Lady Wolves lead it by 1. 15 seconds to go.
Got to play some defense, huh?
Oh
boy.
Wow.
You'd assume they're going to hold for the last shot coming up.
Yeah, it all.
Or no, you're
going just going to try to score.
You're going
They're going to try to score. The big thing was it was an uncontested layup from Fontaine. They were up by 3. It would have put them up 5. Literally uncontested layup. Haight takes it the other way, gets the bucket. Steele coming the other way. Great pass from Haight over to Olmstead for a bucket. She hadn't scored since the first half, and the Lady Wolves lead at 59-58. I'd like to see the Lady Wolves stay in the full court press.
I would too. They've launched those long balls, and we've been defending. Other than that open shot we had, so we got to understand where that ball is and who's behind us. We got to know who's behind us.
You don't have a foul to give. You can't foul.
No, you cannot foul.
It's a double bonus. There's 14 fouls in the quarter. So whatever you do, if you're Kane, you just can't foul. Anything but a foul.
Yeah, and hopefully that was talked about over there on the side. Maybe Kane will call a timeout to see. Nope, they can't call one now.
Dubois looks inbound. Token pressure here from the Lady Wolves. 14, 13, 12. Dubois with the ball. Well defended. Dribbles, drives. Bucket! Bucket from Fontaine. She's up to 24. Haight, shoot it!
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
It comes up short. And the Lady Beavers are going to escape with a 1-point thriller, 60-59, Chris.
What a game. We're going to send it back to a few words from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back here for a wrap-up.
Basketball on 1017 XZY, supported by our friends of the Wolfpack and businesses like these. Dine Excavating. Their services include gravel and limestone, topsoil, and septic tanks. Located on Route 6 west of Kane, their phone number is 814-837-6990. Kane Lumber and Fuel True Value Hardware. Building supplies, lighting, winter snow, and ice removal products at their location on Hemlock Avenue in Kane. Zook Motors, with new and pre-owned vehicles and a service and parts department. They're online at zookmotors.net. Getsy and Associates, located at 57 Fraley Street, they offer financial services and tax preparation for individuals and businesses. Their phone is 814-837-6380. CJ Spirits, a craft distillery. Their signature products include Rock Sob Vodka and Graveyard Sam's White Whiskey, located just off Route 6 in Kane past the hospital. W.E. Swanson Insurance Agency, offering auto, homeowners, and business insurance at 23 Fraley Street in Kane. WESwansonAgency.com. Field Street Boots in Kane, a dealer for Carhartt and Timberline clothing, as well as winter footwear and sporting goods. They're on Facebook under Field Street Boots. Lindbergh Furniture, Route 219 north of Johnsonburg, and now Lindbergh Sleep Center at 410 Center Street in downtown Johnsonburg. More info at lindberghfurniture.biz. We thank these sponsors and friends like you for supporting Kane Wolves basketball coverage on 1017 XZY. WXCYLP Kane.
Okay, and back at the Wolves Den with half the power in my voice that I had a couple hours ago. What a game here. It is the Lady Wolves falling to the Lady Beavers of Dubois by a final score of 60-59. An absolute thriller. Valiant effort from the Lady Wolves. They never gave up. It was Addie Hay carrying the load here with 41 points. Just an unbelievable effort from her. And leading the way, Avery Fontaine with the game winner and a team-high 24 points for Dubois. What a treat.
What a game to watch. What a game to be a part of tonight. You know, this was a back and forth. As we said, each team was up, had a quarter to their lead. Lady Wolves came up a little short, but, you know, something to consider here. With the leagues we're playing in now, they're in the large division. Kane is a AA school, 2A. Dubois is a 5A school size. You know, something just to consider there. Not saying that we hung with them. We hung with them all game.
Absolutely.
We had the game. You know, lots of excellent opportunities for the Wolves, and I think there were a lot of coaching moments here too.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, early in the season, drops the Lady Wolves to 1-1.
Yeah.
Lots of games, obviously, still to be played. A lot to learn from, and a lot to be able to, you know, be like, hey, these are positives. We can build off of these. The one thing I would like to say for the Lady Wolves is we go over some stats. It was 41 for Haight, 8 for Olmsted, 4 for Weimer, and then the following Lady Wolves with a bucket. Callie-Ann Wade, Mattia Brown, and Sarah Eli all with 2. As the season progresses, obviously Addie Haight comes into the season, freshman year, scored 522 points. She's not a secret. And not that we didn't have contributions, we had a lot of contributions that didn't make the scoreboard or the score sheet. But from that scoring perspective, we're gonna need moving forward another outside shooter, another person that can stretch that defense. Because, you know, Addie Haight, 41 points, just unbelievable for a varsity effort. First two games of the season, 37 and 41. I mean, I just don't know if she can keep up that pace for the season. So where are those secondary scorers going to come from?
Yeah, who's going to come in the game? Olmsted always been there.
Yeah,
she's always been there doing it. You know, and there's a cast and crew around these athletes. It's not just one of them, and I think you hit it on the head there. Not everything shows up on the score sheet. Sarah Eli only had 2. She also had a lot of key deflections to Addie Haight. Key deflections, key steals in the game that we may not have mentioned. All the athletes did out there on the floor tonight. Mattia Brown underneath all night long. I don't know how many rebounds she got, but she was there causing havoc for the Lady Beavers all night long on both ends of the court.
And I know the Lady Wolves will go back to the drawing board, and they'll touch up some loose ends. They had a lot of moving screens tonight, where it's a turnover. Even though it's not your traditional turnover, a moving screen, it's a turnover going the other way. And when you're talking about a 1-point game, it's easy to say, hey, we could have made this play or could have made that play. These are plays that are going to develop and continually improve throughout the course of the season. So like I said, with a lot of turnover, obviously, with the Saf girl and the Bell girl gone from last year, they provided a lot of scoring down low. So we have the bodies, filling down low, but, then you look at a Claire Kennis on the other side that, she fouled out of the game tonight from Dubois. But when you saw that tall girl go out of the game, it really changed everything that Dubois did. And I think that's going to be part of the transition process for the Lady Wolves as now they're post-Saf and post-Bell, to try to make up some of that. And it's going to be more of a committee approach, I feel like, moving forward. Like I said, obviously you got the alpha, you got Addie Haight, but then that next tier down, it's going to have to be that committee approach. And it's going to have to be a lot of these girls doing a lot of the little things well.
Yeah, it is. And I also like the Lady Wolves being challenged this hard in this tough of a game early in the season.
Oh, absolutely. And, the thing that I really like about the schedule is the fact that you get to play Bradford and Dubois Public and ECC and Punxsutawney and St. Mary's. A lot of these bigger schools, like you're saying,
spread out, though.
The Quad A's, the 5A teams. I mean, when you're talking about district playoffs, these are the type of games you want on your belt. Win or lose. Yeah. I mean, these are the type of competitive games that, you want to be a part of. Talking about, they're playing in this D9 Central League, but the ultimate goal of this team, talking to Coach Haight, is to not only make the district playoffs, but hopefully advance to the state tournament. And it's games like this that are going to prepare you for those moments.
Yeah, it really does. And it is a league game just against one of the large schools. Want to mention that too. It is the D9 Central League, which we did play in football this year kind of as well. We played in different region of that. We played in a couple leagues for golf. We played in the D9 Central League as well as another couple leagues. So I just like the being challenged tonight. We did end up a little short, a little bummed about that, but what an exciting game. You got your money's worth coming into this game tonight.
I mean, to be 11 down going into the fourth quarter and to take a lead in the fourth quarter, it really shows the true grit of this team, and I think that's going to be a calling card for them. Obviously you have Addie as the scorer, but you got a lot of kids that were willing to lay it on the line for the Lady Wolves tonight. And once again, talking a little bit about the leagues there, if you were wondering about the AML, that merged with the D9 league. So lots of games, lots of basketball still to be played. Speaking of next week, you had mentioned earlier, Chris, about the Tuesday-Friday combo, so a little preview for next week.
All right, there you go. Yeah, next Tuesday we have boys basketball versus Ridgeway right here at the Wolves Den. Then we go to the Friday, girls basketball versus, again, here's another game, Dubois Central Catholic, a perennial top of the league in whichever league they're in.
Yeah, the Cardinals always bring it. They have a good squad. I know they were here a couple years ago and put it to us pretty good, so definitely should be another really good, solid, competitive game here in the Wolves Den next Friday.
And they do have at least one other road game next week. We don't have the road schedule here in front of us, but I just can't say how exciting it is to have a game like this, the first home opener here in the Wolves Den. This is a joke, of course, but I've been critical over the years, Chris, that you've given me some duds of games.
Oh, boy. Couldn't have been further from the truth. No.
All right.
And we talked about it early on. We thought this would be a really good competitive game, and it was all of that. So.
It was everything we hoped it would be. I'm glad I was way under what Addie Haight got for the night, because I didn't know. I mean, I knew that the Dubois is a 5A school. You don't know what they're going to bring into the game. And for folks that may not know basketball, I see we have a few people hanging on still. Those that still are hanging with us, there's a lot more athletes to choose from at Dubois Area High School. Just for an example here, I do have those stats right here. I did have the female enrollment at Dubois, and this just counts 9, 10, and 11. This doesn't count your seniors, okay? 9, 10, and 11 has 405 female athletes. Or females in school, not 405 female athletes. Kane, on the other hand, has just 125 for their female enrollment. 4 times more athletes, or I keep saying athletes, 4 times more females in Dubois than there are in the Kane. And that's not to make any excuses, but that is great. We stayed with them and played to the level we did. So proud of our Lady Wolves tonight.
Couldn't agree with you more. Great job on the tech side of things, Chris.
Hey, I think we got it all tonight. I think we got it together after a little rough start there, our first game.
Yep.
So, do you have anything more to say?
No.
I think you need to go drink some lemon water or something tonight.
Yeah.
But
couple days recovery. That was intense. Yeah.
Yeah. So for Robert Mosier, this is Chris Nicholas. Your Lady Wolves fall to Dubois by a score of 59-60. We'll see you next week on Tuesday night, where your Kane Wolves take on the Ridgeway Elkers.